It took me some time to do it, but I think we got the final conclusion for my MORANT build. Now look, lately I've been playing on a lot of different builds trying to figure out what would be a good dunk rating to end up getting contact dunks. As of my lockdown, got an 89. I even hopped on a subscriber count that had a 96 driving dunk to get every contact dunk in the game. Small contact dunks, elite contact dunks. I get the straight on tomahawks. There's so many different dunk packages that you can get with a 96, but the thing about it will cruise your build. That's why I didn't want to go in that route, and y'all will see the reason I didn't want to go in that route. Now also, you gotta remember, you gotta have longer arms if you want that 96 driving dunk, and you might end up making your jump shot even slower. But hey, let's hop into my player builder. I'm gonna end up making this build 6'2 or 6'3. It's based on your preference. We know MORANT is 6'3, but as a 6'2, it gets more attributes if you want to end up going that route. But if you want to go 6'3, you can. But as of 6'2, 185 pounds, if you're someone that's trying to get Hall of Fame speed booster, make sure you make the build with 180 pounds. Don't go 185. Go 180, but you're gonna have to mess around with a few stats just to be able to get it. But now look, the wingspan is very important. You can go with a 6'8 to get the regular 92 driving dunk, 93 driving dunk. So you can get that gold posterizer and that slurry on goal. But if you end up messing with the wingspan and pushing it to a 6'9 wingspan, this will end up unlocking Slithery on Hall of Fame once you end up raising your wingspan and going to a 94 driving dunk rating. Now with going with a 94 driving dunk rating, I know you'd be like, okay, what do I get? You get one elite contact dunk, and that's off 2. Now, as we're gonna make this build's gonna have a 94 driving dunk. You get the regular dunks, you get both dunk packages, you get the pro and elite. But this is gonna be the only elite contact dunk you get is elite off 2. Now, you do get the elite contact dunks for the alley-oops, but when it comes to actually getting contact dunks just by using your right stick, it's going to be the elite off 2 ones. But as of the layup, we're going to keep it at a 76. You could go 77 to get your float game badge on gold at least. But I know some of you guys like, why is your posterizer on bronze? I got to upgrade the physicals. I'm going to go to the physicals, upgrade everything that you need. We're going to do a 99 stamina, 82 vertical. That's what we're going to be the threshold that we're going to use. Our acceleration, we're going to do 90 because we go anything higher than that, since we're not going to be able to get elite speed booster, Hall of Fame speed booster. If you want to get Hall of Fame speed booster, just know you're going to have to drop that driving dunk to at least a 90 or 89. You're going to have to sacrifice somewhere, or unless you're going to sacrifice in the shooter range. But now we got posterizer on gold, Slithery on Hall of Fame, precision dunker on gold. You get a lot of Hall of Fame badges when it comes to this build. Imagine if I would have got my layup to at least at 80 layup, you get something crazy. But for the passing and ball control, we're going to go with 75, so you unlock that MORANT pass style. But if you want to go 76 to get your relay passer on silver, you can, but just know it might be somewhere you might have to sacrifice, but that's really going to be up to you. Now for the speed and the ball control, this is where the speed with ball is going to be. We're going to go with 90. 90 is going to unlock that Kyrie dribble style. 89, you get Michael Jordan dribble style, but you have to be a starter 3, and you get more animations at starter 3. You get a lot, jump shots, hop steps, dunk packages, so keep that in mind. But for the ball control, we're going to go 93 if you want ankle breaker on Hall of Fame and you want the killer combos on gold. But if you want that Steve Francis dribble move and you want handles for days, you're going to end up making your ball control a 95 ball control. Now if you don't care, for both of those, you can end up just stopping at 92 ball control to save you some extra, you know what I'm saying, attributes, so you can put it somewhere else. Now look, you get the Steve Francis, you get the Kyrie dribble style, you got a 75 pass accuracy, it's nothing really crazy. You got a 94 driving dunk, you get a lot of dunk packages. As of defense for this build, it's not going to be a defending build. You're not going to be able to do that just because when you see the shooting. When it comes to shooting, you can give him a max mid-range if you want to, or give him a high three-pointer, but the reason why we're going to give him a decent three-pointer is just to get the badges. That's the main key. As we gotta go for 84, you can go 84, 85. If you're someone that wants limitless range on your MORANT build, and limitless range on bronze, that's nothing. It's not a problem with that. I don't see a problem with it. But if you want to end up dropping to an 84, 83, at that point, you putting yourself at a disadvantage, because by the time you get to 84, you might as well end up going to 86 to get Agent 3s on silver when you do end up want to shoot the ball. But remember I said earlier, you can vice versa if this you want to, but if you end up maxing the mid-range to 72, you get Mini Magician on silver, and Mini Magician, it still works the same way as Slasher. It's still a broken badge. It still pops up consistently, especially it gets you a big green window, especially at the mid-range. But look, like I told you, we can switch this. We don't have to end up having this 86 three-pointer. We can have a 76 three-pointer, 84 mid-range. And you still unlock a decent amount of jump shots in the jump shot creator. If you end up going 84, you get Mini Magician on go. So you can do either or. You can end up going with the road of having an 84 mid-range, 76 three-pointer, or you can end up dropping your driving dunk to a 92, 93 and end up getting your three-pointer up just a little bit more. But as of this, I can go 86, get my Agent 3s on silver and limitless on bronze. It's nothing OD compared to having gold and Hall of Fame, but it can definitely help out when you want to play other game modes. That's the point of these builds. I want to make these builds to be able to play in any game mode other than just park. Now, as of this build, I definitely would recommend you having teammates that have a lockdown or a center that can play defense. This is not going to be one of those builds you just hop on and play, since it's more of a scoring build, but as of the name, we get floor spacing slasher, one of the most repetitive names that we got this year. But look, this is what the ChaMoma build is going to look like if you do the 92 driving dunk. You're only going to get posterizer on silver just because we didn't go to 93, and the reason why, you could end up going what I did last time with the shooting, but you end up getting more shooting. We know ChaMoma doesn't have an 87 3-pointer, but for the badges sake, that's the key thing. The badges sake, you get more badges, you get the space creators, you get the things like that. I went 87. If you want to end up not going 87, you want to rock out with that 80 3-pointer and you want to go 87 mid-range, you can. It's flipping and flopping and messing with a few things, but as of the vertical, you still stop with the 82 vertical, 92 driving dunk. But if you're someone that wants the small contact dunks, you do need an 86 vertical. So 86 to end up getting off ones, 85 to get off twos. So if you want to drop that 3-pointer and you want to end up making your mid-range like an 84 mid-range, maybe a 78 79 3-pointer, you can, and you can end up getting those small contact dunks, making your vertical at 85. But that end up getting you a crazy build when you do that, and you got to be really talented to be able to shoot on a build with a 78 3-pointer, especially off the dribble on a guard build. Keep that in mind. You're a guard with a 78 3-pointer if you end up doing that. We all know ChaMoma is a very athletic guard. He can explosive, he can get to the rim, he can dunk, he literally can put somebody in the cup, put him on a poster, might put him as a wallpaper, but we already know he's not the best shooter in the league. We know he can hit some shots here and there, but when it comes to 2K, we got to be realistic. We got to be able to hit shots our own. We already know how shooting is somewhat tough, if you want to say so. It's tougher than 2K23. 2K23 is way easier to shoot compared to 2K24. So I made sure that you can at least hit decently with this, even though you can do it 85 just to get the limitless on bronze, but I would prefer 86 at least to get that agent 3s if you thinking you're gonna be dribbling and then shooting off the dribble, because you do need agent 3s minimum at silver this year, because that bronze, it doesn't hit like that. I'm gonna be honest, it really doesn't hit like that. But if you're someone that's going to end up taking this challenge, you want to end up going with a 84 mid-range and then maybe a 75 3-pointer and then possibly trying to get speed booster on Hall of Fame, hey, that's all on you. But also, you still have the option to end up making the build with an 89 driving dunk or even a 90 driving dunk till you get that precision dunker on goal. But look, for this build name, it's the same thing. I'm going to be honest. It's very hard to end up getting a build name differently when you need playmaking and finishing with a decent amount of shooting. It's going to end up giving you the same things. Floor spacing slasher, slashing threat, mid-range slashing threat. There's about 4 to 5 different names that's very similar to what it is. But look, as it is being a ChaMoma build, you can pick between the 92 driving dunk or the 94 driving dunk if you really want them elite contact dunks, but it's up to you. But look, let's get this video to 500 likes. If we hit 500 likes, I will drop the gameplay on my ChaMoma build in the rec. Hey man, make sure y'all boys like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications if y'all haven't yet. Hey, it's 2 videos on the screen. Make sure y'all boys check them out.